Welcome to the Mark Attwood Show, Adventures in a Cosmic Suit. Today, what the is bioresonance healing? So part of my mission in the last couple of years has been, apart from waking people up, telling them not to get this, and talking about UFOs and spirits and all that kind of good stuff, has been championing the real heroes of the last couple of years, or some of the heroes, which is the real healers on the ground that are doing amazing things with quantum science that we really should know more about, but are being quashed all over the world. For example, last year the NDA in America made homeopathy totally illegal.
FDA.
The FDA? Did I say it wrong?
Food and Drug Administration.
What did I say? The NDA.
NDA.
Anyway, here's my guest, Helena Fleming. Hello, Helena.
Hi, how are you?
So, Helena, or Helena.
No, Helena.
What do they, tell us about bioresonance. What is it? What is bioresonance healing?
So, everything in the universe has a unique electromagnetic signature. Everything. Right? So, when you go to a hospital for a standard blood test, they're using chemistry to find the chemical signature of something and treating it with chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. Which is pretty basic stuff. It's why they reckon 70% of people who go and get blood tests are told there's nothing wrong with you, your blood test results are fine. Whereas the truth would be our blood tests are fucking primitive and we can't find anything wrong with you, right?
That happens a lot.
If you're not one of those people, you know one of those people. 70% of people are not imagining they're sick, right? 70% of people are not hypochondriacs, right? So it's because it's very basic and it's also based on certain assumptions. So, for example, if you were going for a liver test next week, I'd say don't take milk thistle because that will boost your liver function and they will interpret that as a problem.
Yeah.
Right? So the tests are based on certain assumptions that are wrong, and it's also a one-size-fits-all, you know. So we were talking earlier about vitamin C. 60 milligrams is the recommended daily allowance for a 20-stone man. For an 8-stone woman, it makes no sense. You know, they'll say that level of cholesterol is safe and that level is dangerous for everyone. In the early 2000s, something like 8 million people around the world suddenly woke up with osteoporosis because they decided what the bone density should be below which you get a diagnosis of osteoporosis. And they took the bone density of a male athlete in his 20s, American male athlete in his 20s. So all these women woke up now with an osteoporosis diagnosis. Yes. So it's a one-size-fits-all bullshit.
Yeah, it's crackers, yeah.
And it's based on chemistry. And it's, we could go very deep here. Is it ignorant, primitive, or do they know damn well because they can sell a lot of drugs?
I think most of the people watching this channel know the answer to that question.
Yeah, okay. So everything in the universe has a chemical signature. The electromagnetic comes before the chemical. The matter is created by the energy. Yeah. Right? So I'm going a step further back and looking at the energetics of it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's way more subtle. So for example, if I see a signature of bacteria coming up in your test results, I can tell the difference between something that's an active infection right now that would most likely show up in lab results, or something that is historical that you're not actually infected with now, but your body's still trying to deal with the outcome, or something your body's encountered and is trying to deal with. So it's much more subtle. It's much more detail, what I can see. Also, it's based on how you experience illness. I don't deal with disease names. 50 people could come to me with the same disease name and they would all get a different remedy based on how they are experiencing their dis-ease.
Yeah.
So my background's in homeopathy, and for over 200...
That's illegal.
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
I mean, it seems like
surprised.
It's been made illegal by stealth.
Yeah.
All across Europe.
And the UK, yeah. They've decided to... They've been saying for years that homeopathy's nothing. There's less than a molecule in it, so it can't possibly do anything. So how can they ban nothing? Right?
Yeah.
So now what they're done is they've decided to you have to license each homeopathic remedy, which I think costs around 50 to 100,000 per remedy. So in England, the Helios and the Ainsworths, they're big enough and the population is big enough and the market is big enough for them to be able to afford to do that. In Ireland, they can't. So at this point in time, you can't buy arnica in Ireland.
What? Well, that doesn't surprise me. I was showing people my EMF reader on the channel the other day, and I was going to recommend where I got it from. But every website I went on,
Gone.
out of stock.
Yeah.
And we don't know when it's going to be available. Same with ClO2. Can't, you have to, there's certain places you can still get it.
Borax substitute is the only thing you can buy.
Yeah.
Anything. I was looking for ginkgo biloba in, there's a lovely health food shop down the road in Strokestown. I went in to buy some ginkgo biloba before Christmas. Now you have to get that in a pharmacy. And you can't get it off the shelf. You have to ask them, and of course they don't stock it. I wonder why. Because it's really good.
So how do you do this bioresonance healing? What's the process?
Okay, so
Sorry, I'm just stroking ends.
a bit further back, homeopaths have been saying for 200 years that it's the energy of a substance that heals, not the actual substance itself. And that didn't sit well with me, even though I was a homeopath for 20 years before I started working with bioresonance. That whole we don't know what it is bothered me, right? But now we do know what it is. It's electromagnetic frequencies or signatures. So that's the information I'm using to find out what's wrong with you and what will treat you. And then I make a remedy based on what your body wants. So it'd probably be easier to show you than tell you.
Yeah.
But the first part of the test is a simple pass-fail. So each organ in a human or a mammal has a specific electrical capacitance. In simpler terms, for example, a healthy human heart, electricity will pass through it at a specific speed. If the heart's weak, it will go through slower. If the heart's inflamed, it will go through quicker. So the first part of the test, which takes minutes less, is finding out what systems and organs in your body are in balance, what are inflamed, and what are weak.
Won't the age of the subject make a difference to that?
No, absolutely not. And it's the same is true for mammals. I've got equine protocols there. I've got feline, canine protocols, and I love treating animals because there's no placebo involved, right? The animal doesn't even know they're getting a remedy.
Yeah.
So and they're so simple. They don't carry all the emotional shit that we carry around, so they heal really quickly. And one of my favourites was this woman who used to come to see me in England, and her husband thought she was mental coming to see me. And she was crying away one day in her appointment. And I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Oh, the dog is doubly incontinent. We've dug a grave in the back garden. It's only a matter of time." And I said, "Bring some dog hair with you, because I can do this with hair samples or sitting holding the probes." And so she was coming to me, and the husband said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Oh, I'm bringing the hair of the dog to the bioresonance woman."
Pint of Guinness.
And he said, "You're absolutely crackers." He lost it. And 2 weeks later, he rang me and booked an appointment. The dog fully recovered.
This is the funny thing about natural healers. I've seen hundreds and hundreds across the UK and Ireland in the last few years, and it's amazing how many people that go to see them have to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Because of the response they get. I mean, it's like my event in Manchester. There were people there saying that they had to lie to their partners about where they were going.
Yeah.
Because they don't want all the grief.
Yeah, I've had so many patients who won't tell their doctors are scratching their heads going, "I don't understand this. This isn't possible. I've never seen this getting better like this." And they won't say a word to them. But they'll come back to me and they'll go, "We did it."
Well, that's why I think it's so important to...
Well, it's not about my ego. It's about the people getting better, and that's the most important thing. I don't personally care. I spent a lot of time wanting to be taken seriously in my younger days as a homeopath, and I would stay away from crystals and tree hugging nonsense because I desperately wanted to be taken seriously. Now, if a consultant rang me and said "good job," I go, "What the fuck have I done wrong here?" I've no time for them, and I no longer want to convert the world. I really did at one point, and the people who are ready for this will come to me, and I'll be able to help them, and that's what it's about for me.
Okay, so I'm going to be a guinea pig for you today. What do I have to do?
Very little. In the course of a normal appointment, because I do still work from a very homeopathic place, I would take your case. So we'd spend an hour and a half going into your health history, nitty gritty of your symptoms. If you say you've a bad back, I'll be asking you what makes it worse, what makes it better, temperature, movements, and time of day or night. So we'd be going into a lot of detail and background. I'd normally would ask people to bring their pharmaceuticals with them. One of the hardest parts of my jobs is undoing the damage.
I have none.
Yeah, good. And so you should be easy.
I've had none. I can't remember. I think the last thing I ever took was an antibiotic pill when I was about 14.
Yeah, I think 30 years ago was the last time I took any anything
won't
like
go
that.
near it.
No, me neither. I'd rather take my chances with the man above
Me
than
too. Me too.
go next or near a hospital. Triage maybe,
Oh yeah.
but I
Broken
wouldn't want
bones,
their
yeah.
drugs.
No.
Just stitch me up. Just
Yeah.
put me back together.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah, I'm.
So you need a piece of hair?
We can either do it in person, which I was doing. Thankfully, Corona got people used to Zooming and hair samples. So I have patients all over the world, and they send me hair samples. But we can do it with you. You're here, so we might as well do it. It's the same result, but we'll do it with holding the.
Let's go and do it.
It's fairly portable, as you can see. This is the precious.
Where's this made? What is it?
So a lot of these type of machines are made in Utah, something Mormons or I don't know. But I was asked to speak at the annual seminar for this a number of years ago, and I met the guy who invented it, and he's hardcore science background. He worked on the early mainframe computers. He worked on the first pacemakers. He would have all the secret codes to the Korean missiles.
Wow.
So he's a hardcore scientist. His son is the therapist, and together they've put this together. And the first part of the test is simple pass-fail. So we're finding out which of your organs are in balance, which are inflamed, and which are weak. I'll set this up on a low amplification because I don't want to...
I had a bottle of wine last night. Is that going to affect things?
May well do. But you might be delighted to say that your liver's coping quite well with that, or your pancreas.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. So I've got tons of tests in here. Hormones, toxic stressors, which would pick up damage from our tech, which I see in about 85% of people.
EMF, I keep going on about.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Even like radiation from printers comes up in this.
Yeah.
Often, the toughest part of my job is undoing the damage of pharmaceuticals. The people say, how long is it going to take to get better, which is a real piece of string question. It'd give me left and right arm to be able to tell them 3 visits, 6 visits, but it depends on each individual.
Well, you know, everybody's been brainwashed with that. Like, you've got 3 months to live.
Yeah.
How the do they know?
You're definitely going to die after 3 months.
Because you're creating your own reality.
Exactly.
I've only got 3 months to live.
Yeah.
3 months later, gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about taking the medicine and disappearing off and getting better. This is about me handing back responsibility to my patients. Right?
Let's do it.
So a lot of stuff will come up in the test that they can now make changes in their life. So you need to keep those legs uncrossed.
Why?
Something about
Okay.
electricity and currents and
Okay.
so this is less is more. I don't want to have a huge amount of things in the remedy. It's like, I liken it to, the remedy is a piece of music, and every aspect of the remedy is like an instrument playing that tune. And if we have too many instruments playing the tune, we're not going to make any sense of it at all.
Yeah. Scaglieri said to Mozart, I like this tune, but there were too many notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I start everyone on the comprehensive analysis, which gives us an overview, tells us what's going on in your body, and will then lead me towards other tests we may need to do. So some patients say to me, will it hurt? And I say, only if I don't like you and I decide to go the anal route.
You just ruined my joke.
Probe the arse off you. You may actually, if your hands are a bit sweaty, you may actually feel a little tingly.
Sticky. Don't try this at home, kids.
I can do it with hair samples just as well. It works just as well. So most people don't even go through this part of it.
Yeah. Have you turned it on yet?
Yeah.
Ah!
We're doing it already.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not feeling nothing.
So your adrenal glands are a bit inflamed.
No
Your quite weak.
No
Kidneys are weak.
No
Liver's fine, but your kidneys are trying to process that bottle of wine.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, if we can find it, we can fix it.
Well, look, I'm the guinea pig for you guys.
So now
I'm
it's
not afraid
found out what's wrong, and now it's finding
That's
finding
so
out.
fast.
Yeah,
That is incredibly fast.
yeah, and now we're finding out what's causing it and what will resolve it. So everything in here is the cause, and the machine is sending a load of frequencies from here to all of us, but it's measuring the your response to them.
Right.
So your body's ignoring what it doesn't need, and what you do need to resolve these problems is going to go into your remedy. That's interesting, that miasm, that's a homeopathic remedy, tuberculinum, and it's actually a lot to do with lung stuff. And you were saying you were coughing up a lot of stuff lately. Yeah. All these things in here aren't necessarily physical level toxicity. By me looking at that information there, scanning the dilution, that will tell me whether it's physical, past, or almost etheric. So
Almost etheric.
let's go back and have a look at your baseline. So this is telling us what's going on. So this is pre-test. So you can see here. So 50 is blue-green, so that's imbalance. Anything over 50 in red is inflamed. Anything below 50 and yellow is weak, right? So people tend to focus on the red because we all think, oh, red, danger. But the inflammation is your body's standard response to anything. So that is telling me there's something awry, but
the
your
body's
body's trying to do something
fix
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Whereas the yellows for me are worse.
Yeah.
Because that's telling me that that system or organ isn't functioning optimally. There, the machine's already found the solution for the kidneys.
How's that colon resonance
Limbic.
gone from weak to inflamed?
Because it's like, it's fast asleep and I've set off an alarm clock and it's gone, oh!
How have you done
So
that?
I have to, the machine is, the frequency has kind of overwoken it. So it's driven it from
Wow.
weak to high. So now I have to do some more work to get it back into balance. Right?
Whoa.
That often happens.
That's cool. So it's already done it automatically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my limbic system, what's a limbic system?
It's part of your brain.
Oh.
Disorders of mood and anxieties, depression, post-traumatic stress. That might be America for you.
Well, I've had
Substance
PTSD.
abuse.
Well, no substance abuse, but
Dependence and disorders of cognition and memory.
I have been forgetting people's names recently. Well, for the last
As long as you
40
don't
years.
call me Helena.
I won't. You know, it's weird to see results like this because it can create, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's also actually really good. It's like going to a mechanic and doing a diagnosis on the car.
But I would not be doing this if it was just about giving people bad news.
No.
If we find it, we can address it.
Cool.
So it's about getting...
Let's address it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we do next?
So I'm going to bring things back into balance. Your pineal gland is quite weak. That could be your sleep. So pineal...
Has been quiet recently, I've noticed.
Okay, so it's quite weak. Mm-hmm. So in conventional
But it's
terms...
balanced out now.
Yeah, in conventional terms, that would, with a lot of people, that's blue light exposure. You know, people are sitting there watching TV, looking at their mobile phones at night.
Yeah.
And you're literally telling your brain it's daytime, it's
I know,
daytime.
yeah.
So it's not in sleep mode. But as we know, there's more to everything in our body than what science says.
Well,
So again, your brain's screwed, Mark. Your pituitary gland is quite inflamed. So was. We've brought it back into balance now. You don't confuse me. Skeletal system quite inflamed. Small intestine. So colon and small intestine quite weak.
Were.
So that were before we started treating it. Yeah.
Okay. The dog wants me to. Well, I can't let go.
Dog wants. He's healing dog.
He's healing. Yeah, he's healing me.
And then we need to do colon. You all right?
Yeah.
Now let's have a look and see if that worked. Bingo.
Wow.
Sorted.
Wow.
So that's technically a good remedy for you, and it's a small remedy, which is good because it means that you don't need there's not an awful lot wrong if it doesn't need an awful lot to put right.
Okay.
Now it is a prioritised list. That doesn't mean that the worst things are on top, but it's the things that your body is most able to or wants to deal with are on the top.
Okay.
And sometimes people come to me with chronic stuff, and it might not appear very far up the list, but it's like their body can't get around to that bit until it deals with that bit. So as they keep coming to see me, the stuff falls off the top of the list and the more serious stuff starts moving up as the body becomes more able to deal with those issues.
Okay. So does this mean you've got to make a homeopathic
A remedy for that, yeah, for you with this. Get a quick remedy for you now. There's a modified laser that comes with this that I imprint the remedy onto. It's all I use on myself now. In the early days, I was like, no, that's far too Star Trek. I'm not going there. And then one of my cats got sick. And if you've ever tried to give medication to a cat, it's like fighting with barbed wire.
That's horrible, yeah.
So I thought, I'm going to try the laser. And within 10 minutes, she was right as rain. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
So I'm going to make you a remedy. I'm going to give it to you on the laser, and then I'm going to give you some tablets. And then you get the appropriate remedy and we can play a bit more, and I can ask the machine what tests to suggest and we'll see what comes up and just play around a bit more. So
that's a laser pen?
Yeah, it's not a standard 15 quid, it's modified laser.
Can you tell us how it works first?
So what I'm doing is going over here to the test plate and I'm selecting laser. So now I'm going to start by wiping the last remedy that was on it. And now,
Erasing the laser.
and now it's imprinting it with the your remedy, right?
Wow.
So now I just need to.
Is that done?
Well, I have to give it to you.
No, but did that...
That's done. Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah.
It's like instant?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to point it?
So what I've been taught is down, up. Don't worry, it's not a high level laser. It won't
Do you
hurt
expect me to short Goldfinger?
My ex-husband.
Don't do it down there.
My ex-husband. I'm trying not to give the dog the remedy.
Yeah.
My ex-husband came home and I announced to him, "You don't have to close your eyes when you're doing the laser." And he said, "Don't tell me." And I said, "Yeah, I did. I didn't go blind. Fine."
Now, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
And apparently, we do the ears because apparently they've got all the
Have
puncture points in them yet. Mm-hmm. It doesn't always work first time, so now I'm going to ask the machine, can it read in you everything that's in here? Right? Transfer successful. You've now had a remedy.
Wow.
And I'm going to make this for you so you can, because it also tells you how much you should take and for how long. So that's a 6-week remedy.
This is like Electro Witch.
I call this my digital cauldron.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. You love it.
I never get bored. It teaches me so much. The things that come up.
Yeah.
I just learned so much from it. When I first got it, I was deep into because as a homeopath, traditional homeopath, you just need to ask people what they're feeling and how they're experiencing. You don't need to know the deep physiology or anatomy, and the stuff that was coming up here sent me on a massive sciencey learning curve. And then it started bringing me into the physics side of things, which brought me straight into the woo-woo.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I keep going on these huge learning curves and thinking, oh, here we go again.
What's it doing now?
What I'm doing now is I'm asking the machine to ask you what potency of each element of the remedy you need. And that information will also tell me, for example, with testosterone, whether that's low, high, or needs balancing.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me more testosterone?
I can, that's what I'm doing.
Good.
Whoa. It's giving you a little bit of a thyroid tonic. There's no huge issue. I can tell from that potency there that it's almost etheric, as I said earlier. And you went, "You what, Helena?"
So I'm not too bad.
No, you're not. You know, I have to give you the terrible news, Mark.
You have three months to live.
Polarity stabilizer, lovely. So
Why is that lovely?
because the spin of the electrons around the nucleus in the cells in your body is supposed to be going one way, but all sorts of stuff in our modern life can disrupt it. And if the spin's going the wrong way, it's like trying to run Windows software on a Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that can cause all sorts of health problems. So that's a good remedy for you. I just need to imprint it now, and then if you like...
So you're imprinting it into that?
Yeah.
So these are sugar pills?
Yeah.
Aren't they bad for you?
Terribly bad for you.
But so this machine is imprinting that remedy into those sugar pills?
Yeah. So everybody gets a unique remedy.
So what do I do with these now?
You need to take one of them twice a day under your tongue. Okay. It's bombarding the water molecules. There's a little alcohol in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so
good.
As one drop.
Sugar and alcohol.
One drop. It's bombarding the water molecules with this information, I think, 5 million times in 45 seconds.
Wow. So now it's done it.
So it's done. That's your remedy. Cooked.
Cooked.
Bing. What we can do now is, if you want it, we
Yeah.
can play around a bit, so I can ask the machine to suggest what tests to do. So that's called a non-linear test.
A cyber is asking my body...
What other tests we could run. So this is now suggesting tests. So when all the plan A and plan B doesn't work, which happens a lot, then this is plan C. So I'll ask the machine what to suggest.
So a bit like a scalar machine. The body takes what it needs.
Yeah. And if we go into kidney sarcodes, this is pretty awesome.
What's the SAR code?
So it's a remedy made out of healthy human tissue. So have a look. When I ask it now, it's going to scan through all these little parts of the kidney, and your body's going to tell the machine what parts of it
Does that mean
help with.
I need to eat a human kidney?
No.
Cannibalism? No.
So it's literally going in detail into organs, and your body's saying, "I need a bit of help with this, I need a bit of help
So
with
what do we
that."
do to help it?
Add it into the remedy.
What you can do?
Simple as.
But into that remedy?
Yeah.
And that one?
Yeah.
So what is so you
Well,
can,
I did this remedy to keep things simple.
all right.
We're kind of exploring now. Anything that you want me to add in, I can just re-imprint it.
Oh, okay.
So how I explain this to patients is the idea that your brain is the source of your consciousness is like believing there's little people inside your TV.
Yeah.
Your TV's a receiver, your brain's
Are you
a
telling me
receiver.
there's no little people inside the TV?
I'm sorry to break the news. Sorry.
thought that's-
I didn't mean to disenchant you.
It's destroying all my worldview.
Physics now believes that our brains are receivers and
It's
we're all kind of
transceiver.
tapping into
It's a transceiver.
a unified field or an energy field, right? So this test is going through all these subatomic particles, quantum, it's going through bosons, it's going through electrons. So I explained to patients it's like tuning the radio station, so it's giving you a clearer connection. So have a look what it's going through as it's doing it. It's here, look.
Electrons, nucleus, atoms, protons, positrons, neurons, hadrons, baryons, mesons, fermions, leptons, quarks, electron spin, electron orbital, electron momentum, gluons, bosons, W and Z bosons, photons, gravitons. This is like
Yeah.
A-level physics.
Yeah, it's kind of beyond me, to be honest. But it has actually brought me into physics, this damn machine. As I went from being, I wouldn't even bother trying to understand quantum physics on the basis, what was it Niels Bohr said? If you think you understand it, you don't.
Yeah.
But actually, this machine is giving me a little tiny understanding of it.
Well, this is the future.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even new technology.
I know, yeah. The Wahl, the original technology, was around the Second World War in German. Friedrich Wahl, I think, or Heinrich Wahl was the guy. He was trying to develop a method to teach people acupuncture points that would show up on electrically, and that's where all this came from.
Yeah.
Patients often ask me, why isn't there one of these in every hospital in
Well, of course.
the UK? And I'm like,
There's a very good reason for that, but
you
we're not
can't
going to talk about that on
right.
YouTube.
I have this one patient who's in her 80s, and it was her daughter who kind of made her come to me. And she doesn't even know my name. She calls me the Electric Lady. And she came to me on her second visit, and she said, I don't know what's in them, she said, but it works. She said she's had cancer. She's a smoker. She said, I'm a lazy tart when it comes to housework. Am I sprinkling the whole house? And she said, remember that storm the other night? Well, me smoking gazebo outside, the storm was trying to blow it away and I was able to stop it. And she'll say, don't give me any advice. Don't tell me what to eat or not to eat or what vitamins to take. She said, I don't care. I'm not going to listen. The remedies work. Just give me the remedies. My favourite one ever was a little kid I was treating, and I was asking him about his food, and he said cereal. And I said to him, you'll get more nutrition from the packaging that cereal comes.
It's true. My dad used to say that when I was a kid.
So a couple of days later, I got a text from his mum saying, today in something tech, food tech in school, he stood up and said what you had said about his cereal. Unfortunately, he called you a psychopath instead of a homeopath. And I said to him, don't you mean homeopath? And he said, isn't it the same? That's lovely. So I'll just re-imprint that. You can put those down now.
Hello.
So that's how I work.
Wow.
And I don't do any advertising. It's all word of mouth. So I'm not interested in people coming back to me. Well, I have quite a lot of elderly patients who want to see me every month regardless.
Yeah.
But generally, I want to sort you out as quickly as possible. And you tell your friends about me.
Well, you can do all this remotely.
Oh, I do it all remotely now, yeah.
How do people find you?
Well, my website, helenafleming.co.uk.
Okay.
With one M.
I'll put a link down below the video.
They send me a hair sample and I test the hair, and then we do Zoom. So I can share the screen, they can see all the testing, and I also do a 15-minute free that they can book on my website if they want to find out if it's for them or not. 'Cause it's not going to be for everyone, right?
Well, I think everybody should do it.
Yeah, I know, but not everyone's ready for it.
No. The good news is I have my own remedy. I've been lasered, and I'm not dead yet.
But even if you were, I'd bring you back to life.
That's the result. That's the result. Thank you, Helena.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cheers. That was a firm handshake. So that was really interesting. Don't forget, all the links are below the description, in the description of this video. We'll see you in the next episode. We've got the microphones. Welcome to the Mark Attwood Show, Adventures in a Cosmic Suit, on location. Today, what the is...
Bioresonance.
Bioresonance. Adventures in a Cosmic Suit.
We're going to have one of these, are we?
If I had a laptop here, it'd be no problem.
Adventures in a cosmic suit. What the is bioresonance? Is that what you meant to say, Mark?
Oh, is this going to be... You can put this at the end.
Bloopers
Yeah,
section.
yeah. You ready?
Enzo Ferrari.
Hello, Enzo. What's you got? Coffee breath?
No, probably meat breath.
No, me.